Hi, I'm Ron Safford. Thank you for joining us for Northeastern Technical College Career Conversations. Today, our guest is Krysten Hyduke, who is one of the HR managers at Northeastern. How you doing, Kristen?
I'm doing well. How are you, Ron?
And what is our topic for today?
Job search.
Ooh, that's not fun to do, but I'm sure you're going to give us good tips to get through it.
Yes, it's an exciting journey.
Okay. So let's say that we have a student that just graduated and they're looking for a job. Where's a good place for them to go on the internet to start looking for jobs and see what's out there?
So I would say start by Googling.
Okay.
And I know that's a generic answer, but start by Googling because Indeed's going to come up. Glassdoor's going to come up. And I post positions for Northeastern Technical College, and Indeed will actually pull my postings or our postings for free. And so it's not a paid service that the employer has to pay for. So Indeed should capture a lot of companies' jobs for free. And then also LinkedIn, like I said, is a good place to look for jobs. And then the state jobs website, and it will really just depend on what field you're going into. Like if I am, let's say in a human resources job, let's say I'm searching for a human resources job, any kind of professional organization like SHRM, I would look on their website and see if they have any postings.
Speaking of professional organizations, is it a good idea for our students to begin to join organizations while they're in school?
Networking is always great. It provides opportunities. You meet different people. You can learn from them and their experiences. So yes, I do think that's a good thing.
When you apply for a job, should you use a professional email or just like hotgirl1 at Gmail? What's good practice for emails?
So yes, I would say use a professional email. A lot of, especially our students, if you're graduating, they'll use their school email address, but I will caution you to be careful about that because after I graduated, within 6 months, they cut my email access. Okay. And so that's kind of soon, especially if you're graduating and then looking for jobs. But yes, I would definitely say have a professional email. But being in human resources, I have seen not so professional emails. And so
I know every application has this wonderful section for references. What references should you use and how do you line those up with the job you're looking for?
I would definitely recommend having professional references, at least 3, because that's normally what we ask for in human resources. And it's okay if you don't have 3, you can always list a personal reference, but I would recommend having 3 professional references. And if you are actively job searching, make sure you reach out to those references. And so they know, they won't be surprised by a phone call about you, and so they'll be prepared.
So never choose somebody that doesn't like you or never choose a past employer that you left on bad terms, correct?
I wouldn't recommend that.
What would happen if you did?
Then you run the risk of getting a poor reference.
And how much does the reference portion figure into job decisions?
References are something that we usually check on our final candidate or candidates. Sometimes it's you and I may be competing for a position, and our training and experience is about the same, and we scored the same in the interview. So references could determine who gets the position. So it's very important to have references and good references.
Is LinkedIn important?
I would say yes. So that's another thing. Have your resume and then also establish a LinkedIn presence. And so a lot of times recruiters or companies will find you on LinkedIn. And so make sure you have a LinkedIn profile. Of course, it's not a requirement, but it's a good tool to have. And so they can reach out to you. You can start discussions about a job. And also, a lot of companies post their jobs on LinkedIn. And so it's a job search tool that way too.
When you do your LinkedIn profile, should you have a nice professional headshot or can you do a selfie?
Yes, I do not recommend doing a selfie. I recommend having someone, even if it's a family member or a friend, take a picture of you. I would dress professionally, business suit, and I would also make sure the background's not distracting. So plain background if you can, nothing crazy in the background.
And as an HR professional, do you look at LinkedIn? Do most employers look at LinkedIn when you apply?
Yes.
So
I wouldn't say all the time, but...
Is LinkedIn more important than a good resume?
No.
No.
I would definitely have a strong resume. And also, LinkedIn does have work history, any kind of certifications, and there's also LinkedIn Learning that you can participate in. And so that can help build your resume. And it also includes information from your resume, but I would definitely recommend having a strong resume because that is what you're going to use for your application and then also in the interview if you want to provide a copy.
All right, Kristen, let's say that our students have got a list of companies, their dream companies they want to work for. What should they do? Should they check weekly to see if they're hiring, or what's the process?
So I will say it depends. I know that's not a great answer, but it does depend. And so, like our state jobs, we post for a minimum of 5 business days. And so, if you do check back every week, you should see all of our postings. And a lot of companies, you can sign up to be alerted if a job in your interest or category is posted, then they will send you an email and it's a link to apply, and that makes it easier. But I would recommend checking back every week. I think most of the time they're posted for, like, we have the requirement of 5 business days, and so checking back every week, you should be able to see all the jobs posted.
And if you're using a site like Indeed or Glassdoor, can you set up a reminder or an alert? Say I'm looking for a job as an accountant. Will Indeed automatically send me an email when there's accounting jobs posted?
In my experience, if I was to do an Indeed search, they do send you emails after that telling you what's newly posted or what's available. So yes.
Nice. What is your number one networking tip?
I would say to have an elevator speech. And so this elevator speech can be used for not only networking, but also in job interviews. And so an elevator speech is usually just a brief 1 to 2 minute introduction telling about yourself. And so don't make it too long, but just have something prepared. And I prepared an elevator speech from a course that I took in college, and I was able to use that in my job interview. And then, because what's the first question that you get asked in a job?
Tell me about yourself.
Exactly. So you already have that prepared, and then you can also use it if you meet someone on an elevator, if you meet someone at a networking event, then you're able to introduce yourself with that 1 to 2 minute speech.
All right. Do you have any other tips for our students?
No, I would just start with being prepared. So prepare your resume, be marketable, practice interviewing, and have a LinkedIn presence. Network, whether it be with classmates, friends, or family.
Okay. All right. Thank you for joining us, Kristen.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us here at Northeastern Technical College Career Conversations. Please keep up with us on social media and join us next time. Thank you for joining.